Hi everyone, Bacon Boy here, and I like to discuss some serious talks about what my parents always tell me about doing character meet and greets. They think I'm too old for it. Well, to me, I'm proving them wrong, and I'm gonna disagree with them on what they tell me. You know, they always tell me, Tyler, you're too old for character meet and greets. And it's only for babies and young children. Well, to me, guys, that's not true. That's false. I learned from Google AI Overview, and it told me that I'm never too old for character meet and greets, and there is no age limit. So, if my parents are gonna continue telling me that, well, I'm gonna be telling them that they are disrespecting my personal interests. And no matter how many times they tell me, they continue encouraging me to grow up and engage in adult activities. Well, i'm I'm no longer gonna put up with these with these words they with these claims they come up with. They're false, and I'm not and I will no longer be trusting them with these claims they give me about being too old for character meet and greets. Like, how am I too old for character meet and greets? I well, guys, character meet and greets are supposed to be for any age, not only babies and young children. Although Google AI Overview explained that character meet and greets are aimed mostly at young children to be the primary audience, and another part of it mentioned that as a person gets older, well, its interest in character meet and greets will taper off. Well, to me, my interest in character meet and greets will never taper off. And the fact is, character meet and greets are supposed to bring excitement, like why would my parents force me to give up doing character meet and greets permanently, like forever? Well, guys. Well, the last time I did character meet and greets was back in 2022. No, actually, no, 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 no. It's actually in the year 2023. Two years ago, to be exact. Well, approximately 2 years ago. Well, it was back in July, well, going towards the end of that month. I was at this one Chuck E. Cheese's location. It was huge, and I got up close to Chuck E. Cheese himself, gave him a high five. I held my phone up to see what he would look like in a photo. Uh, However, I've waited quite a while to do character meet and greets, and 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 if you don't mind me asking you guys this question, do I look too old for character meet and greets? Well, quite a few will think that and agree with my parents, but a large amount of you will claim that I am not too old for character meet and greets. Look at me. Take a good look at me. My Grandma Judy, she told me, Tyler, you are not too old for character meet and greets. And I don't understand why my mom and dad would tell me, Tyler, you're too old for character meet and greets. That's for that that's that that that's that's only for babies and young children. Well, to me, I'd rather continue proving them wrong, and in my view, I'll continue to prove them wrong, and and view these claims as false, and in my view, in my point of view, my viewpoint, however you guys want me to say this. Also, and also, guys, it doesn't make sense to me why my mom and dad, or should I only tell you my parents. Wait, hold on, let me start all over again. Let me fix myself up here. So anyways, I don't understand why my parents are choosing to bar me from doing character meet and greets, especially at Walt Disney World as an example. I mean, why are my parents forcing me to skip the character meet and greets and stick with doing only the rides permanently, as in, well, like forever? Like, that's not even enough, guys. Character meet and greets are supposed to bring excitement, and I'm one of those young adults whose interest in character meet and greets is never going to taper off. My interest in doing those types of things, it's gonna stay there permanently, like as in forever. And if my parents ever tell me again one last time that I'm too old for character meet and greets, I'm not gonna listen to them anymore, and I'm not gonna trust them anymore either. I'm gonna leave this house and never come back to them, cause I'm done listening to them, and when my time of and when my time of going off on my own comes, I'm leaving them. I'm gonna leave my parents, because to me, I can no longer trust them in in continuing to tell me that I'm too old for character meet and greets. This is all their opinion, guys, and 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 then they act like they're drunk on beer or something like that, and all that they ever want to do is continue to call it fantasy and nonsense and BS, like, well, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna I'm not gonna use the whole entire word, since it's too explicit and expletive. And I don't know why my mom and dad would tell me, Tyler, that's not reality. It's fantasy. You should consider losing your interest in doing character meet and greets, and instead of continuing to be interested in that. I mean, seriously, there's like something wrong with them. They need to go seek mental help, you know. It, and look, guys, I am I am making this preference to ask you, what is their problem? Like seriously, because there's like something really wrong with them. Saying, well, you know what's their problem? You know, like, look, guys. I'm a grown man, and I continue to have that interest of doing character meet and greets, which is not going to taper off in any time, like ever. It's never gonna tape off, guys, because I have my inner child in me. It's my personal interest, and all that my parents ever want to do is disrespect my personal interests of doing character meet and greets. And that's their problem, guys. I don't know why they would only want me to stick with doing the rides while at Walt Disney World. And I'm like, seriously? I'm sticking with doing only the rides at Walt Disney World permanently, as in like forever? Well, that's not even enough, guys. Seriously. Look, the character meet and greets are supposed to be included with this with these. I'm unsure of what word you guys want me to use. Wait, hold on. Here, give me some time to think about it, guys, because I'm having a hard time figuring out what words to use. But you know, guys, if you have a list of synonyms I could use, it will help me figure out what word will work best for me. That way I can be done with my parents forever, and cut them out of my life, because it's about time they let me go on my own. Therefore, my days of parenting my days of being parented should be over and done with. That way I can never come back to them. My life here in California, it's been nothing but stressful. All I can never do is hear them hear them starting up a fight. It disturbs my peace, guys. And look, guys, I need to make my escape out of the United States this summer coming up. And I want it to be at the beginning of June. I feel lonely out here, guys. And I need to hire a YouTube team that can work with me. And also have enough money to do international travel. Anyways, I'll get to that part a little later on. For now, I want to stick with these false claims my parents these false claims that my parents come up with. Anyways, you guys, going back to that part where they tell me that I should stick with doing only the rides at Walt Disney World, which is not enough. Well, guys, the character meet and greets are supposed to be included with this part of doing the rides. That's what I was meaning to tell you. Uh, character meet and greets are supposed to be included with this one part of going on the rides. You gotta involve doing more than one thing only. You have to involve doing more than only one thing because if you're unable to be given a chance from anyone such as your parents, which can continue to be taken as an example. Well, to me, my point of view, if you were me, you would no longer trust your parents on these false claims they come up with. They should let you go on your own. Don't put up with it anymore. Like I told you guys earlier, I'm not gonna put up with my parents anymore if they continue to tell me that I'm too old for character meet and greets at any theme park or amusement park or carnival or fair or school or sports event or 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 whatever, guys. Anything, anything you could think of. Or wait, hold on. There's one thing I forgot to mention, which came right up my thoughts. Water park. That's the one and only thing I forgot about, just water parks. Oh, wait, hold on. How am I supposed to go on about this? Oh wait, hold on. I remember. Let me start back from the beginning. So, depending on where character meet and greets are to be held at, like in this list of places I gave you as of earlier, which I will tell you, well, which I will come up with once again. Theme parks, amusement parks, carnivals, fairs, water parks, schools, sporting events, whatever. It's regardless of how old you are, and guys, my life, like I mentioned to you guys earlier, my life here in California has been nothing but stressful. And I hope to make myself sound crystal clear with you guys on this, because there is going to come a time where I will make my escape out of the United States and do international travel. Like in my second and third long form videos, which I recorded and uploaded to YouTube. In the previous month, being January, to make myself sound clear with you guys on this. Once again, well, my plan is to visit the Netherlands, guys. I never even visited that country before. And I've never toured it either. So anyways, guys, but by the time I get out of here, I'll be taking a break from my parents, so that they could let me be on my own, you know? I'm a grown man, I'm an adult. I don't need my parents anymore. They need to let me go out on my own, you know? And 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 listen, guys, I'm really gonna need your help on this one, because you know, a lot of flights to countries outside of the United States, and in different continents, especially Europe, to be taken as an example. Well, you know, that this is gonna cost me a lot of money. You know, I'm really gonna need some help from you guys on this one, because this plan I have in mind is to earn a large amount of money. You know what I'm talking about, guys. Listen, I want to be rich and wealthy. You know, that's the plan I have in mind at the moment. You know, and also, guys, since $906,875 is not going to be enough money for me, well, I decided to go bigger on this one. Well, this plan I made is about earning up to a total of $999,625. That is how big I want the amount of money to be in my point of view. You know what I'm saying, you guys? Listen. Listen very closely and carefully to what I'm gonna tell you. So once I'm paid this large an amount of money, well, you know what I'm also gonna need is more subscribers to this channel I launched as of Wednesday, November the 6th, 2024. And listen, and listen to me very carefully, guys, because this is some extremely important information you need to know about. Well, you know, guys, I only have 13 subscribers on my channel, so I'm gonna need 37 more. That way I can make it up to a total of 50 and get YouTube Live activated. Which leads me to another reason. Well, I want to start a virtual fundraising event. That way, the lot of you viewers can hear me out, you know, hear my voice, help me reach a total of $999,625. Can you remember that? Well, I hope so, because my plan is to make my escape out of the United States in the summer of this year. Like I mentioned to you guys earlier. Wait, hold on. How do you want me to say this? Like I mentioned to you guys earlier, I want to be out of here by the beginning of June. I cannot stay here, you guys. I have to get out of here. I'm lonely here in California. And I'm asking you guys to do me a favor Help me out here, guys. Listen, my life here in California has been nothing but stressful. And I want to take a break from my parents, who continue to start up a fight, month by month, disturbing my peace. And you know, keeping themselves up with this behavior, which you know has been focusing on the same old thing for way too long. This has gone too far, you guys, and it has to end. And listen, what I want to do is be far away from my parents, so I can never again hear them starting up a fight while I'm up in my bedroom, while I'm spending time up here in my bedroom, you know. And like I mentioned to you guys earlier, this disturbs my peace. And you know, guys, my parents, they are wrong to tell me that I'm too old for character meet and greets. And look, there's something seriously wrong with them. They need to go seek mental help. Because I'm not going to put up with it anymore, guys. I can no longer trust them in telling me that I'm too old for character meet and greets. All they ever want me to do is give it up. Like permanently, as in forever. Well, guess what? They can't force me to do that. I can do all the character meet and greets I want. It's my personal interest. And therefore, they have no right to disrespect me for it. And look, guys, I'm dead serious. I'm not kidding you. Look at me. Do I look too old for character meet and greets? Well, my interest in doing that is never going to taper off. And listen, guys, my parents act like they're drunk on beer. And seriously, they need to lay off the beer. Look, my dad's been drinking beer since he was 18 years old. That year was 1984. How can character meet and greets be only for babies and young children? It's supposed to be for any age. And I've learned from Google AI Overview, where part of it mentions that there is no specific age limit to doing character meet and greets. And the fact is, you're never too old for character meet and greets. So, to be crystal clear with you guys on this, I'd rather listen to my Grandma Judy, who tells me that I'm never too old for character meet and greets. And I'm going to tell you guys this again. I'd be better off listening to my Grandma Judy. And if he were still alive, my Grandpa Tom. Well, you know, he's been thinking about me lately, and I've been having dreams of him while I was asleep in bed, you know. I got up close to him. I saw his face. One time I saw him sitting down on the couch. near a table with snacks on it. And the football game was playing, or maybe a hockey game, a basketball game, maybe even a baseball game. He's a big time sports fan. Anyways, guys, he's already in heaven. So to me, he's passed away since Friday, October 6th, 2024. And guys, I loved him so much. He was the best grandpa I ever talked to, especially when I'm having when I'm having conversations with him on the phone. I'm never gonna forget about him, not even one little bit. Anyways, continuing where I left off. Well, guys, like I mentioned before, my plan is to visit the Netherlands. However, I want to make my arrival there by the beginning of June. So, if the lot of you could do me a favor on this, hurry because time is running out, and therefore I'm not gonna waste it all away. So if there's 37 more of you subscribers planning to connect with me on my YouTube channel, well, I would appreciate it if you do so, cause all I got are 13 subscribers, and the fact is, guys, I want to reach 50, so that I can get YouTube Live activated. You know what I'm discussing, guys? Oh, I also mentioned starting a fundraising event. That way, the lot of you can help me earn up to a total of $999,625. And to be honest with you guys on this, well, like I mentioned before, doing international travel will involve big costs. So what I'm gonna need help with is saving more money and making less payments. That's the plan I have in mind, to make less payments. Oh, and I'm also gonna need some big companies to fund me throughout. Once I get my permanent dream job of becoming a YouTuber, social media personality, travel vlogger, and YouTube show host. And look, this is the career and goal I'm trying to achieve, you guys. So I don't want it to fail, because if so, well, the truth is, guys, that otherwise it will let me down. Like really, it's gonna bring me and my YouTube team down. I'm working really hard to hire a YouTube team, guys, and I would really hate it if people force me to be left all alone doing this, so without anybody working for me. Well, I cannot do this on my own, guys. And it's never a good thing to do this type of stuff by yourself. You need to involve people. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to mention, going back to this part, um where 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 I brought up taking a trip to the Netherlands. Well, well, guys, to be crystal clear with you on this, once again, the third time, well, my mom and dad, they're not invited. They need to let me go on my own. I'm a grown man. I'm an adult. And doing character meet and greets are my personal interest. They're supposed to bring excitement. And they have no right to disrespect me for it. Because, like I mentioned earlier, my dad and probably including my mom, well, here, let me fix myself up here. Well, my mom and dad claim to me that character meet and greets are fantasy and not reality. And I mean, like, seriously, this makes absolute zero sense, It's complete nonsense, guys, Character meet and greets are supposed to be a reality. Oh, my mom and dad, another thing my mom and dad tell me is that character meet and greets is BS, Like, seriously, why would they tell me that character meet and greets are BS? That's completely disrespectful of them, you guys, and therefore and therefore they choose to bar me from doing any character meet and greets, especially at Walt Disney World. Like how dishonest of them. It's like they try to engage me in adult activities and grow up. Like how on like seriously, guys, that's really unacceptable for them to tell me that, They should never tell me this kind of stuff, And I'm not gonna agree with them telling me that I'm too old for character meet and greets, I'd be better off disagreeing with them because I can no longer trust them if they continue to tell me that, and it's trying to it's trying to well, I'm unable to describe how this makes me feel, I'm unsure of what feeling that would be in my view, In anyways, let me fix myself up here. Anyways, I did mention before that they were wrong to tell me that I am too old for character meet and greets, And look, they're completely wrong. They're really wrong to tell me that. Because I also remember doing character meet and greets the last time when I was at Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. So to begin it this way, on Wednesday, August the 17th of 2016, I met Mickey Mouse. He was talking to me while Grandma Judy was by my side. I saw him at Town Square Theater, to be the name of that building I was inside of. The next thing I did while my grandma Judy was waiting in line with me, well, I saw Pluto. And I told him, give me some paw, you know. I was 18 years old, you know. And so my grandma Judy, well, she took a total of 4 pictures of me with Pluto, you know. It was off of my old, no longer supported iPhone 5S cell phone, which ran strong until my mom and dad decided to give me this new iPhone XR cell phone, you know. Oh, and oh, wait, hold on a second. How should I continue it this way? Oh wait, I know. So I told you about this one year where I was 18 years old. Well, that would be over 8 years ago, bordering on 9, you know. Anyways, let me move on. So on Thursday, August the 18th of 2016, being the same year, well, you know, my grandma Judy, she took me to this one other building known as I'd say either Storybook Circus or Pete's Silly Sideshow. However, you want it to be viewed, well, I believe it's been given 2 names, you know. However, I'm unsure of what its correct name is: Storybook Circus or Pete's Silly Sideshow. Well, that one I don't know, guys. So anyways, once again, me and my grandma Judy were waiting in line. I got to meet Daisy Duck. Starting it off this way. After that, I met Minnie Mouse. She was dressed like a ballerina, you know. And boy, this made my energy really high, you know, like as if I wanted to get overexcited, you know, stuff like that. Well, you know, even at 18, you guys, I'm already 26 years old, to be exact. However, I'm gonna be 27 in May of this year, guys. So anyways, I like to go back to that part where I mentioned going on a trip to the Netherlands. So what I'm gonna need, you guys, is an international calling card and an SIM card. You know, that stands for subscriber identity module, guys, right? That's what SIM card stands for, guys. It's subscriber identity module card, you guys. So I looked it up on Google to see what what it stands for, stuff like that. You- guys. I'm gonna need an international calling card and an SIM card that charges me the smallest possible amount of money instead of a large amount. Because whenever I roam around in the Netherlands, guys, this makes my dad want to get all screaming angry at me for making international calls, and I got in trouble for it on Tuesday, September 12th, 2023. And guys, look, when I visited the official AT&T website, I was reading some paragraphs on one of the pages where parts of it mentioned pay per use, pay per rate, pay per view, whatever you call it. I think it's pay per rate. Well, to be the first part mentioned. Another part mentioned AT&T International Day Pass, and the third part mentioned was AT&T International Calling Package. Whenever I make my escape out of the United States, which also includes my YouTube team, well, there's gonna come a time where I might need to exchange my currency through an ATM machine. Well, when I make my arrival at Amsterdam Schiphol International Airport, located in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. So with all the other AT&T machines under different brand names, well, they rip you off. So the only brand name of ATM machine I can never trust is GWK Travel X. You know what I'm talking about, you guys. That's the only ATM machine you're ever gonna have to trust me on, guys. And this includes my YouTube team. You know what I'm saying, guys? Because that brand name of ATM machine, which I will say to you once again, being GWK Travel X. Well, that doesn't rip you off, guys. And I figured out that the Netherlands is considered a country that doesn't accept the US dollar. They only accept the euro. And I hope you guys are getting this, because once I become rich and wealthy, well, I'm hoping to become richer than Elon Musk and beat him. Well, however, I'm not gonna be too political on this. For now, I want to stick with these plans I have in mind for when I make my escape out of the United States and into the Netherlands. Well, listen here, you guys. I've been living in Germany for 3.5 years. Bomb holder to be the name of the exact location. Well, guys, I was either 3 or 4 years old when me and my parents made our escape out of the United States to live in Baumholder, Germany for 3.5 years. I've been going to the daycare in those years where I was little and short and height. And really, I was that handsome little guy. I really was that handsome little guy. So anyways, either my mom or my dad would drop me off at the daycare, and and you know, to play with other kids the same age as me, you know, and and boy, it was a lot of fun being dropped off there, you know, and 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 well, it was a really good time for me to enjoy myself at the daycare, you know, right before um I was I started preschool, you know, and probably kindergarten. Actually, wait, hold on. Probably pre-kindergarten and maybe even kindergarten until the first grade when me and my parents decided to move out of Germany and back into the United States, you know. I was 7 years old that year. It was 2005, you know. Well, I am unable to remember what year me and my parents made our escape out of the United States, you know. Well, I lived in Oklahoma for only 1 year. I was 3 years old, so it's unknown to me whether I was either 3 years old or 4 years old. That one I can never quite remember at the moment. But anyways, let me go back to where I left off. And anyways, I mentioned being on the official AT&T website, where once again part of it mentioned pay per rate. Another part of it mentioned AT&T International Day Pass, and another part of it mentioned AT&T International Calling Package. Well, to me, I'm unsure of what would work for me when I'm roaming around in the Netherlands, making phone calls without ever having to worry about being charged a large amount. Maybe even doing international texting without being charged a large amount of money as well. And I believe this probably includes doing international FaceTime without being charged a large amount of money, you know. So if you guys allow me to explain it this way, well, you know, with pay per rate, I would get charged a total of $230. However, with AT&T International Day Pass, I'd be charged up to a total of $185. These are not the costs I'm looking for, you guys. So I hope you guys saw what I was doing, drawing a big fat red X through those big costs, you know, because with pay per rate, you get charged $50 per minute or international phone call you make. However, with AT&T International Day Pass, well, you would get charged $10 on the first line and $5 for each additional line, which you have to deal with for 10 days. These costs, which I will tell you guys once again, well, they are not what I'm looking for, you guys. What I'm looking for is an app that charges me the smallest possible amount of money, you know. Anyways, I will get to that part a little later, because there's one thing I forgot to bring up, and that would be AT&T International Calling Package. Well, anyways, I forgot to mention the Netherlands being that country I want to make phone calls, and do texts and even FaceTime uh, while touring. Well, you know, guys. Well, going back to the part where I mentioned pay per rate. Well, which once again would charge me $230, being equal to let me see, $4.60 per minute and $50 per international phone call I make. Well, you know, guys. If you allow me to take the Netherlands as this country I chose for making international phone calls to, well, that would be equal to $50 per international phone call I make, and $4.60 per minute pass by. As with AT&T International Day Pass, well, like I told you guys before, we're once again taking the Netherlands as my selected country. Well, they're gonna charge you $10 on the first line and $5 for each additional line, which you would have to deal with for 10 days. And I'm telling you guys that once again. So anyways, you guys, I will tell you again a third and last time, these are not the costs I'm looking for. What I'm looking for, well, you know, is an app that charges me the least possible amount of money. But before I bring that up, let me go back to the part where I mentioned AT&T International calling package. So when I read a paragraph about it on the on the official AT&T website, and I will tell you guys once again that the Netherlands will be my selected country. Well, it seems to me that they won't charge you at all for doing that. However, let me explain it to you guys this way. Well, you know, I am completely unsure if they will if they will allow you to travel abroad with AT&T International calling package, or if they will only allow you to make if they will only allow you to use AT&T International calling package. Where international calls are made by you only from countries outside in the Netherlands. From countries outside of the Netherlands. Wait, hold on a second. I'm not making sense here. Let me fix myself up here. So anyways, back to the part where I mentioned AT&T International calling package. Again, I am completely unsure if AT&T only allows you to make international phone calls with AT&T International calling package from countries outside of the Netherlands. I'm unsure of whether they only allow you to do that or if they will allow you to travel abroad with AT&T International calling package. Because to me, neither pay per rate nor AT&T International Day Pass is going to work for me, especially when I have uh an international calling card and an SIM card, maybe even a debit card and a credit card and a gift card and a PayPal card. Well, I'm unsure of what type of card I'll need, because not only will they remind you to exchange your currency, that they also might remind you to exchange either your debit card or your credit card, or maybe even your gift card. Well, that's another part I'm going to need help with as well, because I am once again completely unsure if they only allow you to exchange your currency, or maybe if they'll let you exchange your debit card, credit card, or gift card as well. Well, guys, I like you to listen very closely and carefully to me. So with AT&T International Calling Package, I will say to you one last time that AT&T will either only allow you to make international phone calls with AT&T International Calling Package outside of the Netherlands, or if they'll allow you to travel abroad with AT&T International Calling Package. Because I will say, because what I would like to tell you guys is that I am extremely confused about this part. So I'm gonna move on to the part where I mentioned downloading an app that charges me the absolute smallest possible amount of money per minute passed by with each international phone call I make, especially while roaming around in the Netherlands. And therefore, this also includes international texting and international FaceTime as well, even the amount of data you use. Well, I'm gonna need help with turning off the roaming of data, So since that part's going to be hard for me, and I am in big time fear of being charged a large amount of money, and my dad getting all screaming angry at me for doing this type of stuff. All these years of only being allowed to make domestic phone calls from within the United States. Well, I'm getting sick and tired of it, you guys. It's getting old and boring. I need to move on from that, you guys. And look, I want to feel comfortable about being charged the smallest possible amount of money while making a certain amount of international phone calls, especially when I'm roaming around in the Netherlands, and guys, I need to take a break from making domestic phone calls from within the United States. It's getting old and boring, I'm getting really sick and tired of it, you guys, and I have to move on, Be allowed to make international phone calls and feel comfortable with being charged the smallest possible amount of money, getting help with making my my new iPhone XR cell phone work internationally, being allowed to email, to send emails, being allowed the sending out of emails, and therefore only being allowed the sending out of emails to the Netherlands. That's not all. I should I should that's not all. That's not the only thing I should ever be allowed to do, guys. That's not all I want. I'm gonna need more than that, you guys. And one time I visited this other website under the name Rebtel. When I typed the Netherlands into that blank search field, well, part of it told me that I could be charged up to as little as 4.5 cents. However, there's something better than that, guys. Well, there's another website that I can't remember the brand name of. However, part of it did mention that I could be charged up to as little as 0.9 cents. Therefore, I would never again have to be worried about being charged a large amount of money again, and I mean like ever, and therefore going back to the part where I mentioned bringing up my parents. Well, they need to let go of me, guys, and I'm not gonna let them hold me back here any longer. They were wrong to tell me that I'm holding myself back here, because in my point of view, I'm not trying to hold myself back here. It's them that are trying to hold me back here. Well, what I need to do is spend some time away from them, and look, I need to be I need to be on break from my parents, like big time, and because once my YouTube team has been hired, well, my plan is to start a new YouTube video project of the future, and I want this to become a reality, you guys, and therefore that I have a lot more information to give you guys in later videos, especially ones of the future, because I am becoming more of a professional level oral speaker while in the process of recording a video like this one, and it seems to me like that there should come a time where where I don't need my parents anymore, and another thing I mentioned earlier on was that my parents are not allowed to go with me. Or should I be better off saying it this way? Well, my parents, they're not invited to the Netherlands with me, I'm not going to invite them to the Netherlands or with me because they need to let me do stuff on my own. You know what I'm saying, you guys? They should let me do all the character meet and greets I want. They should. They really should. And they cannot bar me from doing that. It's my personal interest, and they should not disrespect it. And I'm serious about this, you guys. Like dead serious. I'm not kidding you. Really. Anyways, you guys, I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. However, there's an important reminder I like to give you. Be sure that you subscribe to my channel. Oh, and another important thing, do comment below so that I could see reaction from you guys as you listen to me giving out this oral speech. It'll help you guys hear my voice out, you know. I really want you guys to hear me out. Give it a rating as well. Maybe send me some hearts. Hit that like button, or if you don't like it, you could hit that dislike button if you dislike it. Well, anyways, you guys, I will tell you once again that my hope is about you and enjoying this video. Oh, another thing you should not forget about is to send me hearts. Like give me a heart under that button name being labeled thanks. But anyways, you guys, wait, hold on. Did I forget one last thing? Like, comment, rate, subscribe. Oh wait, maybe I already mentioned all four. Maybe a fifth one being to hit that thanks button where I'd receive a heart from the lot of you viewers watching this. And I will say to you again one last time, if you don't like this and instead dislike it, well, hit that dislike button if you don't like it. Well, quite a few of you out there might consider hitting that dislike button, but in my view, there's gonna be a lot more of you hitting that like button. If you really enjoy watching this video of me doing an oral speech, hearing me out, hearing my voice out, giving out important information, well, it's always good to hit that like button, which more of you will be doing, and less of you will be hitting that dislike button. So another thing I will tell you once again, be sure to comment as well. It's very important to me that you do so, and I really appreciate that as well. Also, give it a rating if you like. If it either deserves 5 out of 5 stars or 10 out of 10 stars, that would be good. Oh. Also, do not forget to subscribe. Get in touch, connect with me on my channel. You could even send me a heart. to which I really mean give me thanks. But anyways, I will say to you guys again one last time, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you doing so. Thank you lots, and goodbye.